The Vancouver Canucks players speak out after clinching the Pacific title. And with the Canucks in line to win multiple awards, one of them is almost certain. I'll get into that later on this episode, but before I start, I just want to say to thousands of you watching that aren't subscribed, if you're enjoying this Canucks content and you never want to miss another episode, make sure to go down and hit that subscribe button because I'll be here all season long giving you updates from all around the Canucks. But with that, let's hop straight into the first topic today, which is Canucks players speak out on season. So first thing I did want to kind of point out and talk about was a quote that came out in August from none other than Rick Tocchet. He says, "Everyone is tired of losing." And like I said, this was in August, a month before camp. You hear everyone say that. That's okay to say, but what you're doing to change the narrative. These are the things I challenge the players on. You're tired of losing, but what are you doing about it? When I talk to the leadership group, they're not talking about goals and assists. They're talking about changing the narrative. Now, obviously, this did come out just in August, and we see more with this as well. I wanted just to kind of focus on this first. I'm not going to touch much on the game last night. The Canucks did win against the Calgary Flames. They clinched the Pacific title, and we got this hot mic from the game, which was one of the best. You've seen Hronek staring at the Flames bench and saying, "You guys go on holidays in just 2 days." I thought this was an awesome, just kind of hot mic. I'm so happy they picked it up, and just seeing how this team has battled just adversity and brought themselves into this position to not only be in the playoffs again, but to have home ice because of the Pacific title is just a huge change for this Canucks. When you do look at the Canucks team, like I said, they are top of the Pacific. The Oilers cannot catch them now with one game in hand. The Canucks can finish with 111 points, but at this point right now, 50 wins on the season is the third time in franchise history they have done this. We see that winning the Pacific title, they haven't done this since 2013. This team has battled through so much after disappointing last season. And players, coaches, everyone around this organization knows that this is not over yet. Yes, winning the title is huge, but winning the championship is the goal at the end of the day. You can win 82 games in a season, but if you get knocked out in first round or you don't win the Stanley Cup, it does not matter. So we do have a lot of quotes from just a lot of players just coming out and speaking on everything that's happened. And we see Conor Garland just kind of talking on the offseason. Huggy sent a text in the summer. Him and Millsy were like, "Yeah, get out here early. We're going to work." We did it right from the start. Training camp had a different feel this year. Preseason had a different feel, and we came off hot right from the start. We had some bumps, but we kept our foot to the gas pretty much the whole year and put ourselves in a good spot. And now we'll see what we're made of. Now, this is awesome to see that players wanted to get into camp. They wanted to work. They wanted this outcome. Obviously, last season was, like I said, a disappointing year for the Canucks. But seeing these leaders of the groups, the young guys, just everyone wanting to make this push, to change the narrative around this team, to make this team a contender, to put this team in the Pacific title conversation and to win it is just huge coming from the Canucks. We do see as well, this means a lot, Boeser told Sportsnet. I mean, a year ago, I don't know if we have been thinking about the Pacific Division champions winning it. I don't know. We were just trying to make the playoffs. But I think the mindset we had at the beginning of the year, even before camp, that sets the tone. This is a huge accomplishment for us, and I think we took a step, but obviously we need to keep building. Once again, like Boeser says here, like we've seen from Conor Garland in the last one, what Millsy and Huggy were kind of talking about. This team had aspirations to make it deep. They have aspirations to make it high in the standings, and they did just that. From the start of the season, we were seeing outstanding just play from everyone. Not only Hronek, who is asking for a lot, but in the standings, you can just see. On top of this, you have guys like Quinn Hughes, who's in just kind of in the running to win the Norris. And if you ask me, in my opinion, yes, he's going to win the Norris. You have guys like JT Miller that has eclipsed 100 points this season. This team is feeling different. They felt different coming into the season. And this motivation, hard work, everything in between has got them to this position. You see Myers as well. It means a lot just because of what a group of us have gone through the last few years. It kind of goes to show that if you bury your head and put the work in, things will start turning around. I'm really proud of what the guys were able to accomplish tonight, winning the division. But no means are we satisfied. I want to focus on how these players are not satisfied. But he continues on to say, but it means something. It feels good. Like I said with this, everyone that has spoke on it, we see Tyler Myers speak on it. He said they are not satisfied. We see guys just kind of talking like Boeser, saying that this is a big step, but obviously we need to keep building off this. We've seen Rick Tocchet speak into the season and say, hey, it's a long year. Keep your foot on the gas. Do not give up at any point. We also see going into this as well is just Miller speaking on it as well. This isn't the end all be all for us. We know we have bigger things coming and more exciting things coming, we hope. But right now, this is certainly a great step in the right direction for our group. We should be proud. Like I said, there's so many quotes just to take in from this. We've seen them dominate in the game versus Calgary last night to put them into this position. We've seen Markstrom come back and just be outstanding. He looked unbelievable, honestly, coming off an injury and just looking this good. We've seen guys like Quinn Hughes just help propel this team into the standings. We see the Canucks having 50 wins, 22 losses, 9 points, to be on top. A goal differential of 58. Yes, the last 10 is 5-4-1. It's not as good as some teams like the Edmonton Oilers that are 6-2-2, the Vegas Golden Knights that are 6-3-1. But overall, this team has fought to get here. The 2-game winning streak starting in Edmonton is the reason why they could clinch the Pacific title, get themselves to the point where they can be in the playoffs, be on home ice for the entire playoffs, and this team is just built different this year, and you could see from them coming in from the start. So what's your thoughts on all this? I know it's a lot of quotes. I know it's a lot of players speaking out on this, but what's your thoughts on all this? Are you happy the team's not just satisfied with winning the Pacific title and they have more aspirations to make it farther into the playoffs? What's your thoughts on all these players just kind of coming into camp early, coming in with a different mindset? What do you think really changed this team this year? And who are your top 5 favorite players from this season? They don't have to be the most points-wise. They don't need to be the most goals-wise. Just the 5 players that you think impacted this team more than anyone else. Well, let's hop straight into the second topic today, which is Tocchet locked for the Adams. Now, we did see just kind of a poll going around from guys like writers from the NHL, and they did vote on who they think is going to win the Jack Adams and who they would give their votes to. Now, when you do look at the trophy tracker from the guys that did vote, from the NHL writers just kind of cast, their votes had Rick Tocchet at 62 points. You can see the points are first place 5, second place 4, and then third place 3, and fourth place 2. With Tocchet getting the 62 points, in my opinion, it is almost dead set. This guy is going to win the Jack Adams. We might see the Canucks come home with 2 awards, with the second award obviously being Quinn Hughes for the Norris. If Hughes doesn't get the Norris and Rick Tocchet doesn't get the Adams, we ride at this point. They both deserve it. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think Tocchet's deserving of it? Are you surprised on how good Tocchet's been with this team? And does Quinn Hughes deserve the Norris, or do you think it's going to be his landslide where he just wins it because of his play? Well, let's hop into everyone's favorite topic, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day comes from Sean's5759. He says, appreciate your awesome coverage of the Canucks 4 time zones away. Keep up the good work. If you guys don't know, or if you guys haven't really seen me talk about it, I am from Newfoundland. The time zone is 4 difference away. We're about 4.5 in difference. So when you do see me do videos after games, late at night, or I should say, just around 8, 9, 10 o'clock from BC time, it is 4.5 hours in advance in Newfoundland. So if I'm kind of just not saying words right, or if I say something wrong, it is just because I'm a little sleep deprived. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Canucks Digest. If you enjoyed enough, you can go down, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. You can join the community and never miss another episode. You can leave a like, you can subscribe, you can share this with your friends, whatever you guys want to do. I hope you enjoyed it. And with that, take care.